Spurs shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Chan in at 2 guard. He's out there with Irving. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Barton. And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Leonard with the screen on Irving. Feeds to George. Puts it up from 12. And it's San Antonio with another. Irving with it. Pass to Chan. Outside Irving. To the middle. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Pistons lead by 19.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
So it's San Antonio now. And AC kicks to Barton. Rebounded by the Pistons. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Now the pass to Wolf. Puts up the baby hook. That one goes. Count it. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Dishes it to AC. Kicks to Barton. Lays it up and banks it in.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's the dude. Back to Irving. They kick it out to Green. Tries a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And the Spurs with possession. Leonard with the screen on Irving. George passes to Barton. Nobody near Leonard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Pistons leading by 22. Here's the dude. The dish to Green. Shot clock at 6. Chan passes to Green. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Kept alive. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
The feed to AC. To the paint. Here's Barton. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
And the Spurs making a change. Just check in. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Irving passes to Chan. They set the pick. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Or the 3. And it's Leonard again missing.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Here's Augman. AC with the rebound. AC's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Leonard. No luck. Great D that time from Green. The Pistons have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's the dude. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Wolf gets the leaner to fall.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Leonard with no one around. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Here's the dude. He feeds it to Green. Passes to Chan. Shoots a fader. Shoots a three. And it's Green. Missing. And San Antonio shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby. 38%. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to AC. Here's Barton. He kicks to Begovic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's the dude. They kick it out to Green, and there's the 3-second violation. Paul George is checked in for Will Barton. The Pistons make
better passing. Come on.
the Spurs have gotten just under 45% of their attempts.
Let's go. You're up. My time.
And for the Spurs, they're shooting straight 49% from the field. Here's Davidson. Sinks the three-pointer.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today. They need it.
Both teams will make substitutions. Detroit leading by 19 points. Irving passes to Chan. And the layup's good off the glass. The dude's got 41.
Now he's playing with an edge here, playing extremely well offensively here in the second half.
On the wing, George. He dishes it to Begovic. Pass to Davidson. And it's Garrett in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Outside Leonard. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Greg Monroe.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
Into Drummond. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Drummond's got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
And Garrett kicks to George. Rebound by Chan.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Here's the dude. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Shooting for San Antonio.
And the first one at the line is good.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Pistons leading by 23. Down low, deflects the pass. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Rebound, Detroit. Ruiz the pass to Dixon. Here's the dude. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, they've played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
San Antonio's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And so it's San Antonio with it. Back to George. And Garrett now at the top of the key. Inside. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
You know, it's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up, I guess.
Now here's Gordon. Here's the dude. Shot clock at 6. And the pass to Dixon. From deep. Here's Augman. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
He misses the free throw. A different look now for San Antonio. Quincy Aces come in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Andre Robertson in for George. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Stolen away. Dixon passes to Chan. To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Feeds it to Barton. Passes it to Stinson. Latrey. And the shot is good.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Pistons.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
Well, one thing about this win, it assures that they will not lose the season series. They only meet once more, of course, as interconference opponents.
And, Steve, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has a bit of an edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it once more.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for the dude. He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing boards.
Down low. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, if they could have had this kind of run earlier in the game, it might have made a big difference.
You know, I think a big reason behind the run, Steve, is that they're not getting pressured as much by the defense now that the game's all but finished.
Detroit with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs. Out left to the wing, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass.
Too many turnovers.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here.
Well, you absolutely torched them from the outside tonight. Did you feel like you could hit from just about anywhere on the court?
Yo, as weird as it sounds, at this point, I gotta say yes. Sometimes you just get so in the zone, you feel everything coming off your hands going in. Yo, I got to that point tonight, and I hope I can find it again sometime soon.
Well done. Kevin, a young man, always looking for more.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game.